Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Say it again. I can barely hear you. The music jamming right now.
I was like, I wonder if he can even hear me.
I couldn't hear you, man. I'm grooving to the
music was grooving. Welcome to another episode of What's the Word Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Eric E. Clifton here to help you, motivate you, encourage you, inspire you, lift you up. You can come back and everyday nothing to you. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Hello, everybody. This is Roger the Dodger Lillard. Gonna bring you some nuggets. Get ready. And we back, y'all. We miss y'all. We back.
We back. I don't know where our special guest, our special co-host went somewhere. There she go.
Dang.
Making her way to the stage, we have none other than one of our newest Team Platinum DITs. Go ahead and introduce yourself, young lady. You got to unmute yourself, then introduce yourself.
I got you. So, hey, everyone. Good evening. Good Wednesday. My name is Danielle, originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, now reside in the DMV area.
Well, let's welcome Danielle. Welcome, Danielle.
Killer Nation in the building. Killer Nation. Oh, by the way, before we get started, you know, we played them, the guy to our left, to your left, your right, my left, right? We played them on the first game of the season, just to let you know. We might need to link up on that one. We'll talk about that all.
Listen.
Are you starting to what's the word of talking about something I just heard? Y'all play who? The 49ers?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. So y'all lose to the 49ers the first game of the
That's the first home game, right?
Oh,
yes, it is.
It's the home. I'm going home. I'm going home.
Yeah, I hear you. Mr. Lillard decided to start off the what's the word business segment with football. I understand it, but listen, the people out here listening don't care unless you're putting some money on it, right? Y'all talking all that smack. I believe my team going to win. Watch this. I don't even watch football. I still rep the team though, so I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. Let's see what y'all talking about, Mr. Lillard. Go ahead and give this morning or this evening's announcement.
It was fitting. It was fitting though, and all of us on here together. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help myself. So here's the announcement. Here's the announcements, y'all. First and foremost, we want to welcome all brand new team members with Platinum Network. Again, you are part of the Platinum Network, and our fearless leader is Mr. Preston Scott and Amani Scott, 4-star directors, 6-figure ring wearers, 6-figure earners, and master ambassador. They are our leaders here in Platinum Network. So first announcement, I'm gonna jump right to it. Convention is coming up. I spoke with Mr. Scott today. He said the last time he checked was 300 tickets, and that was the last time he checked. So listen, if you're talking about going to the convention, get your ticket ASAP. Get your ticket, right? So that you can get down to Orlando and learn from some of the best, some of the sharpest individuals in Planet Marketing, so you can grow your business with Planet Marketing. Next up, we have every Thursday night, right at Harborside Hotel in the DMV, we have our weekly event, Planet Marketing, getting those words twisted, Planet Marketing presentation. So you want to get your guests there. If you're in Virginia, if you're nearby, doesn't matter, get there. DC, get there. Maryland, get there. Get to that event. Also, the Baltimore event is moving from Towson to Pikesville every second and fourth Tuesday night. If you're in the Baltimore area, you can plug into that one there as well. And then I believe we have coming up is our retreat. I believe there's some opportunity to still attend our retreat. You want to get with Imani Scott and check with her, and she'll let you know what's available. And that's my announcements for today.
That's your announcements for the day. Listen, I just want to tag in and remind everybody one last time: get your convention tickets. You want to be in the building. And before we jump in and have Danny jump all over this What's the Word Wednesday, we're gonna play this brief clip from, believe it or not, gentleman is the keynote speaker of this year's convention. And this is a classic clip from Mr. Eric Thomas. It's always relevant. And for those of you all who are unfamiliar with him, this is classic. This is old school Eric Thomas. He's 10 times better now, but this message still, I believe.
If you do the 3 things I tell you to do tonight, I guarantee you, whatever it is you want to do in life, you'll be able to do. You will be able to accomplish whatever you want to academically, financially, relationally, whatever. So 3 things. All right, now I'm going to tell you the story. I got to get out of here. And the story is about, you guys have probably heard about this before. It was a young man who, he wanted to make a lot of money. And so he went to this guru, right? And he told the guru, I want to be on the same level you're on. And so the guru said, if you want to be on the same level I'm on, I'll meet you tomorrow at the beach at 4 a.m. He liked the beach. I said, I want to make money. I don't want to swim. Guru said, if you want to make money, I'll meet you tomorrow, 4 a.m. So the young man got there at 4 a.m. He all ready to rock and roll, got on the suit. He should have wore shorts. The old man grabs his hand, said, how bad do you want to be successful? He said, real bad. He said, walk on out in the water. So he walks out into the water. Watch this. When he walks out into the water, it goes waist deep. So he like, this guy crazy. Adrian, he like, I want to make money. He got me out here swimming. I didn't ask to be a lifeguard. I want to make money. He got me in. So he said, come out a little further. Walked out a little further. Then he had it right around this area, the shoulder area. So this old man crazy. He making money, but he crazy. Said, come on out a little further. Came out a little further. It was right at his mouth. My man like, I'm about to go back in here. This God is mine. So the old man said, I thought you said you wanted to be successful. He said, I do. He said, walk a little further. He came, dropped his head in, held him down, hold him down. My man getting scratching, holding him down. I got you. I know you brushed it out, but I got you. He had him held down. I need you for an illustration. He had him held down. Just before my man was about to pass out, he raised him up. He said, I got a question for you. Somebody answer the question for me. He said, when you were underwater, what did you want to do? Lee, I'm looking for a different word though than lip. What's that word? He said, I wanted to breathe. He told the guy, he said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep.
Look, I'm gonna stop it right there. Y'all want to get more from that guy? I'm recommending getting you some tickets to the convention, right? He's going to be in the convention, and I think that clip was, I don't know, that clip was almost 8-9 years ago, right? So he's if not longer, right? So definitely get your tickets to that event. Now, speaking about what he just said, he was talking about how bad do you want it? How bad do you really, really want success in this industry, ladies and gentlemen, that we are attached to? And I'm speaking to ITA onlys and the dual agents, right? How bad do you want it? And is your work activity representing what you say you want? Do you want it as bad as you need to breathe? Miss Danny, that's the question on the line. Congratulations to you. Hats off to you for becoming one of the newest DITs with this opportunity. But now you a DIT. You've been with us for some time. I've heard you say before personally, listen, I want to be the next director. How bad do you want it? So that's a two-part question. How bad do you want it? And tell the people or tell us what your road to DIT look like. So there's some people who are thinking, I can't get there, and making all these excuses, but share with the people how bad you want it and what your road to DIT look like.
Gotcha. So first question, how bad do I want it? I want it as bad as I can breathe. I have to change some things, maybe stay up later, go to sleep, a little bit later. It's to the point where I'm getting myself uncomfortable so I can be comfortable later in life. So that's how bad I want it. Now, my road to DIT, it was challenging. First, within my immediate family to be an entrepreneur. So it was like talking Spanish with some of the things that were, that I was doing, within my first year. I just didn't comprehend just because I was kind of illiterate of like, having a, business and having a job. So just plugging in personal development really got me through like the first year. A lot of my team, I'm sure they know, but my first 6 months, I was just booking travel only. And it got to that point where I was like, okay, I was doing the same thing that I was already doing. I was still posting and going live and doing all that fun stuff. So then people started attaching themselves to me. Like they were like, okay, I want to go where you're going. I want to go on this trip. How are you doing this with a full-time job? Because they didn't understand that I'm a case manager. And before COVID, I was in the office 5 days a week. So, I was still traveling and still putting myself out there. So my team grew on its own. But the only thing I would say that was a struggle was I had a lot of people that were ITAs because I advertised travel and being fun and traveling more and saving on your travel, but I never really took the time, like I was saying in the beginning, to really talk about legacy and something that is gonna keep us in business is the legacy part. So I think there's some changes in my journey. I would say everything happens for a reason. If I could help someone get to that next level, I would say focus on, becoming just educated within like the business, personal development, because the travel is always going to be there. It's that personal development that's going to take time to, get yourself through. But like I said, travel is going to come. So that was my journey. I mean, shout out to my team. We really pulled it together, and honestly, it was all breaks or all gas, no brakes. We had a little celebration and like just congratulations, and then it was just time to work on my legacy and getting my other people to walk the stage. So that's my main focus now.
I love it. Mr. Lynn, I know you got something good.
Yeah, congratulations again, Danielle. I do understand that there's challenges getting to DIT, but you have made it. And so congratulations to you. My question to you is, in order to become a DIT, you have to have a vision. Like, you have to have a vision. What is your vision now that you're DIT for you moving forward in the future? What does that look like? If you knew what your situation is going to be 5 years, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, what's your vision now for your business? Because I think, that's one of the things that most people in our business, they lack that. And that's why they're really struggling a little bit. But what is your vision like now? Now that you've hit DIT, what do you see yourself in, 2, 3, 4 years from now in your business?
Yes. So I always say this, and people think I'm joking, but I promise you, when I have a kid, I'm not going back to work. So it's whatever's going to come first, whether it's, me firing my boss, or if I have a child within the next few years, whatever comes first. But I'm not going back to into the workplace after that or before that. I'm building myself up to have something, to have that help, because I think, being a female, and an independent female, and wanted to like contribute to my household. I want to make sure that I'm doing my part within the household. So I want to have things in place. I was having a conversation, a good conversation with my dad, over Father's Day, and we like had the best conversation within like for like an hour and a half, just really kicking it up. And I was just telling him how dead serious I am of just having something to pass down. I come from humble beginnings, so I don't have that like cushion to fall into. And so it would be great to have something in place that I can pass down to like my children, like my siblings. I can, be able to help them in ways that, my parents couldn't. I mean, my dad raised us to know about family. So it was never about the finance part of making things look good. Like, we didn't have the newest things. He just taught us like family values, and I cherish those family values. So I'm gonna do my part into, contributing to, my legacy. My kids, my siblings, my parents, like that. I think I was like called on earth. Out of all my siblings, there's five of us girls and two boys. Four of them have kids. One of them just told us she was pregnant. The two left is me and my youngest brother. And I feel like I was put on earth to create this legacy so that I can help, but also, have my family like, good. Um, because we all come from humble beginnings, but it's been challenging with family.
Yeah, and when you become a director, you get that Planet Pledge.
Hmm.
So that's a great step. You're headed that way, and so
Thank
again, congrats. Back to your
My question for you. That was beautiful, by the way. Everything that you just shared, how you
Thank
feel.
you. Thank you.
Listen, we appreciate your partnership. I always want to tell you that. Uh, you also stated that it took you a while. You were kind of, as Roger would say, you were kind of casual with your business in totality, because look, you was just booking travelers, what you wanted to do. That's fine. And then you casually grew your business to an organization of at least a minimum of 50 individuals, which is why you are a DIT. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching and you're new, you don't know what DIT is. This means she has 50 business owners who partnered with her in her organization. Doesn't mean that she personally went out and found all 50 of them, but in totality, your business grew to 50. It means that you are at least a goal builder at minimum. So that means at least you went out and you found 9 people casually to become a goal builder, and then casually you grew to DIT. But now a light bulb has gone off, right? And now you're saying legacy, you want this, that, and the third. You want these things for family and freedom and fun and all those things. What are you going to now do differently, specifically, right, to help the people who are thinking about, hey, I was probably once in your shoes, or maybe I'm still in your shoes. So, what are the specific things that you're going to be doing differently now, especially because you said you want it as bad as you want to breathe, right? So that's pretty daggone serious. So that means it's not casual no more. There's a whole lot of intent, I believe, behind wanting to breathe, right? So
Mhm.
what's the game plan? Give the people some specific things that you, Danielle, are going to be doing that they can catch you outside in the next however many days in your road to directorship. As a matter of fact, when you're gonna be a director?
Yes. By July 30th, God willing.
Okay, that's even
God
better.
willing.
We got that part answered. Go ahead and
Yes.
answer how we get into that, making that happen July 30th. Yahoo,
Yes.
take your notes. She about to drop down with the game plan is. Go ahead.
Yes. So first off, I definitely post more on my social media. I think I was already doing that, but now I'm like involved in more groups. Not as much because you want to build that relationship and stay consistent in the ones that you are in. But I would say just put myself out there more. I'm going to more marketing events. Kind of just put myself out there, but it's a little different. I guess it's more of just that face-to-face contact. Because that's something that I kind of like. Millennials, we kind of like the computer. We don't like a lot of in person. Because I think it's like especially when I don't know. It's like the comfort. So I'm gonna start. Well, I have been, but I need to start more. Just put myself out, like getting out there in that marketing environment. There's a lot of meetup groups. There's a lot of stuff on Eventbrite. I check. Like I have dibbled and dabbled in a few different events. So just constantly putting myself out there. Definitely marketing on social media. It's free marketizing. You don't have to leave your home to do it. And the thing about this, why I tell my business partners is stay consistent. Like challenge yourself to do it for a month. And then it'll get to the point where you're just doing it throughout the day. Now realize a year is going to pass. In that memory section, now you have all the content and the post in there that you can repost and not have to worry about figuring out something new. So be consistent in that part. Like stay consistent with your posting because next year you're gonna have a lot of content where people ain't gonna know, or you're gonna build a whole new following and a whole new diverse within that year. So I would just say I'm definitely getting out more in public. And then also frontlining. I'm never not frontlining. Actually, this past Sunday was actually my first time. I went to coffee and ended up starting my new business partner. And I've never just gone out to coffee. We just always started on the phone or, online or something like that. I never just got out and went to coffee and started her up and went over her back office. And we had a really good time. So I want to do that more. So continue frontlining, but also just making sure my business partners are plugged in and continue frontlining as well, but also making sure that they're helping the people that they bring into the business. I always say if you need help, or like even though if I reach out to you, I need some feedback too, because I am still new to this. I'm not perfect. I don't know the way. I'm just trying to figure it out as much as we all are. So just really frontlining, keeping my business partners plugged in, helping them get to the next level. I think that's the key. My mindset now is getting my all my people that are leading, getting them to walk that stage at convention. So that's my main focus.
I love it. What you got for Mr. Lillard? You got to unmute yourself first, man. Yeah, the mute button.
That'll do it. Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. And I love it. That's some nuggets drop for y'all if y'all taking some notes. Take some copious notes. So Danielle, so when you got started, right? There's some new people on here. There's some people that have been, with us. We got people that have been with us for some time now. Looking back, hindsight, what are some of the things that you would recommend people not to do that may, when you look back, you say, man, if I only had been doing this, if I only had done that, what are some of those things that you would say that you didn't do that got you ahead once you started doing them? What are some of those things?
Reading. Reading, personal development, that's the key. You have to get uncomfortable with the no's because you're gonna get a lot. And I always tell my business partners is just imagine you got a deck of cards. You got to keep flipping until you get that ace. So you gonna get some no's, but it's gonna lead to the yeses. So that personal development is huge. I think in the beginning I think I was reading, but I wasn't reading to understand and reading to comprehend. And I always grab the coin phrase that Preston talks about is like, if you can't teach it, then you need to read it again. Like you're not able to teach it, then you need to read it again. So that's my motto within reading is I have to be able to teach this to really understand this. So then I could teach it to others. So reading pushed me to excel because, like I said, this is my first business. I was uncomfortable with the no's. And then I was thinking, my family's going to get started with me and go through this ride and journey with me because I'm the one trying to lead the pack and trying to have this legacy and trying to put extra money on the table. I'm thinking my family's going, but I have to keep family, and business. That's how I thought about it.
What's your favorite book? Do you have a favorite book so far?
Relentless. Yep.
What's
My
not
favorite book. I actually got it right behind me. Favorite book, Relentless.
What's your nugget from Relentless that makes that your favorite book?
Oh man, so much. I think it is. He just didn't give up. He did it till he couldn't. He did it till he couldn't. And
You
I
talking?
think that,
Who did it?
Kobe.
Oh, okay. The people out there, they only got the book.
Sorry, y'all. Tim Grover, he was a coach for Kobe and some of the NBA players. So that is the author. But that book is amazing overall. Is just what he went through as an individual, but still stayed the course of it because he knew the vision behind it, and he left a legacy, and that's what we are all here for, is to leave that legacy. Like his family is good because of the work that he put in.
Hey E, what's your favorite book, man? You never told. I know you read a lot of books, but you got a favorite one?
You know what I mean?
No, Jack Frost. Yeah, man.
Favorite book.
Give us your favorite book.
The Bible, man. It's the best book in the world. But if we talk about business books, man, there are so many. I don't think I could say like which one. There are some that changed my life, like outside of the Bible. There's a book called The 4-Hour Workweek that we don't recommend it, but since we're talking books, that particular book is what helped me start a business that I had been procrastinating on for like 10 years.
You got an author?
Huh?
Author.
Oh, I done forgot the author.
Don't worry about it. I got it written down.
4-Hour Workweek. I done forgot his name, but great book. This book really kicked me in my butt about procrastinating on some things. And it's a unique book because they gave, instead of just giving, how we always talk about give us something practical, right? Some nuggets so that we can go back with. This book was given like websites and links and phone numbers and like, go here, do this, get this done, stop faking. And I was like, man, I could have been made this $20,000, right? One $20 book, and then I made $20,000 off of a $20 book. So that was an amazing book for me. As it pertains to what we're doing, one of the favorite books is The Compound Effect.
I knew you were going to say that.
Another amazing book. It's all about mindset and choices, how important your choices are on a daily basis. One of the phrases in the book says that it's not the hamburger today that's going to kill you. It's the hamburger you're eating every day that's going to kill you, right? You see, it's not those phone calls today that you're not making that's going to
that's good.
It's those phone calls that you're not making every day that's going to ruin your business, right? And so when you look at certain things in life like that, just compoundedly, it's an amazing book.
My favorite book all time in personal development. Eric, you know what it is. Let's see if you know what it is. I talk about it all the time.
How to win friends and influence people.
Yeah, man. How to win friends, because that's what we do.
Absolutely.
To win friends and influence. And people trying to figure out, well, how can I build a team? How can I need to talk to more people. Read How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. My favorite thing out of the book is learning how to listen. You can control the conversation by listening. That book, that's my favorite thing out of that book. So now I'm listening, I'm watching, I'm listening. I let the person talk. My son may think differently sometimes, but yes, but listening, man, is key to everything that we're gonna be doing. But this is a powerful book.
What do you think, Danielle, is the reason why most people, especially people who are new to business, what do you think the reason is that they're so reluctant to read? Because I heard what you said, one of the things that you would do differently is you would have jumped on that reading and that personal development early in the beginning. When people partner with us, we share with you, listen, we got 5 core books. You got to read them all at once, but we're sharing with you, it's important. We're concerned with more than just you making some money. It's the way you think about money to help you make more of what you're thinking about. But what do you think is that the reason why people are so reluctant to start reading these books?
You said it. Some of us just don't know how to think differently. We're kind of going through, like with me, I didn't know. I was taught to go to school, get a good education. I hated reading in college. So I'm like, reading? I gotta read more. Like, I hated reading. And now I love and enjoy it because they're different books. They're different mindset books. And, I would have never thought a mindset book would have changed my thought of liking to read. So you said is we have to change our mindset, and people don't understand that sometimes when you want to be great, you have to do some things that are going to position you to be great. So and it may be some things you don't like or don't enjoy, but you have to figure out a way how to adapt it into your daily schedule. So for me, what works for me, I'm a case manager. I'm always on the road driving to clients' houses. So I have the audio version. I do have a hard copy, but I definitely listen to it in the car. But that changed my having something motivational in the morning. That was the key. Was I needed something positive to start my day, because then the rest of the day flowed.
I hope y'all are getting these nuggets that we're giving you. A lot of people decide that they no longer need to learn anything after high school or college. We're done. I'm done with all of that reading stuff. I think that plays a part for whatever reason. One of my mentors told me your paycheck is a reflection of your thinking. So, oh my God. And then that coincides with you have earned as much as you are going to with the income with the knowledge that you presently have, right? Mm-hmm. So the only way for you to earn more is to freaking learn more, right? You would think that'd be like rocket science. I need to learn something different if I want to make something different. Mm-hmm. Why is it that some of us, not none of y'all watching, but why is it that some of us want to be millionaires and want to earn hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, right? Some of us want to have and leave legacies to our families, but we want to be the same person we are today. Like people don't want to change. I want to be me, but I also want to be the type of me that makes $100,000 a month. And it kind of it don't work. Like you have to become a new person. So whoever you are watching right now, like if you don't already make $50,000 a month, the way you act, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you think. How do you think you're going to start making the $50,000 a month unless you change those things? You got to be willing to become this new person. So Danielle, light bulb went off, and now you're willing to become this new person. So you got a 6-figure appetite or a 7-figure appetite? Which one?
I have a 7-figure appetite.
Your appetite, Mr.
Yes.
So now when you look at yourself and not compare yourself to the 7-figure person, but you ask yourself, okay, this person's making 7 figures. I'd like to know, what are you reading? Who do you talk to? What do you spend your time doing? And am I doing these things? Like okay, this dude making $1 million a month. How does he walk? Do I walk like that? Like what is his posture when he comes into a room? Why is it like that? Right? What books are he reading? Where do people who make that type of money that you say you want to make, well, where do they hang out at? Mr. Lillard, what you got? I can go on talking about that.
And can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Segue. I was on mute. That's a great segue to what I wanted to ask her. In order to become and to get into directorship, we got to attend some events. So, two questions. How important are events to your business? And the second question is, what's your favorite event and why?
Yes. So events are so important in business. If you guys don't know my story from the beginning, I went to an ITQ event by myself in Orlando, and I got connected and surrounded by y'all, the Team Platinum, that took me in, that helped me, that made sure I'm good. So staying plugged into the team is so important, because that set the whole course. And if you guys see how I'm building my team, you see why I'm doing some of the things that I'm doing, because I came in that way. So y'all see DeAndre, then you see Des like stepping out more, coming to more events, because that's what I did. I had to be around that leadership. I had to be around that guidance, that environment, that positivity. I don't have that at home. So I needed to be around like-minded people that think better than I did, that was making more than what I was making. I needed to be in that environment. So every event you can afford, try to be there. And don't say that you can't go to, I don't know, convention next year and it's not even this year yet. Like you have to really try to position yourself, whether it's saving, whether it's putting some money to the side, but try to make it to the most important events. The event that changed my life, or the one that I recommend, is definitely the ITQ and convention. If we're doing both businesses, ITQ is going to set you up where you're meeting with the vendors and suppliers directly. You're building your travel business, and then the Planet event is you're building your marketing business. So you need to be around and be in that culture of both environments. And I always say both, because travel is what gets a lot of people, but legacy is what's keeping the people. So
say that again. One more time. Say that again.
Travel is what's getting us in the business, and legacy is what's keeping us in the business.
Ooh, she dropping nuggets. Good night.
Yes, you did.
So I always say both of those events are good. If you can only make 2 events, make that on your list next year. If you're just getting started right now, put that on your list, because convention will be out within a year, and so is ITQ. It'll be out within that year. So they give you enough time crunch. And then the other event is definitely Eagle Weekend. If you want to connect and be in an environment with millionaires in a small environment, because convention, we all going crazy. They're with their teams. It's not feasible for you to connect with a millionaire. But in that environment, and being able that they call, like, they have sessions where gold builder and above can get their questions answered with a millionaire. So you have that opportunity to be in that room in a smaller environment, and then you have that that luxury part of getting on a yacht and advertising that. Y'all don't know how much business that has brought into my whole little network. Has really got me into just think about people above me, people that are, want to be on that yacht, or, it got me, it gets just every year it gets my mind to a different, vibe and feeling. And once it, like, I don't know, I like level up. I mean, the goal is to level up every year. So definitely, those three events, but anything that's in your area. I would say, like the seven figure class, those are great. If you're in Atlanta, y'all, I'm jealous because you got everything there. I hate y'all. Y'all should make it to, like, there's no excuses really in Atlanta. Like, y'all got so much stuff there. Like, I'd be jealous. I'd be like, dang, I gotta get a hotel, a flight, and you got your house and can drive there. So, like, you should be able to be at those events. But yes, sorry.
Would you say all three of those are great investments for your business?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
And as Daryl always says, you write it off on your taxes. Stop crying and go on and take you a trip. Call it a business trip anyway, right?
Mhm. But some people don't know that until it is tax season, because we ain't taught that. Remember, I didn't know until tax season. So it was like, oh, I'm going to these events, I'm wasting my money. When really, I just wasn't really educated on it.
I got it. I got it. Danielle, another favorite book, and then your closing remarks.
Definitely. I have a few, but I'm just gonna keep it to one of the core books. Is definitely GoPro. I was one of those people that was like, I was fresh in the game. So I feel like if you haven't succeeded in network marketing, you have to dive into that book, because those 7 skills are going to help you throughout your business. It's going to, tell you about the no's. It's going to go over to invite in. It's like the blueprint to how to, succeed within network marketing. So I would say really start there, in that book, and dive into that book and master those skills. Like, don't read it just to say you read it. Like, read it to the point where you could teach it and you're mastering those skills. So I GoPro is like, that's what changed my, like, I think my mindset a little bit, because I was like, okay, these people ain't starting, like, what's going on? But it was because I was saying too much. And I didn't know that until I read the book. Like when people were talking about travel and I was talking about my goals, and I'm like, I ain't even listening. Like, I ain't even taking in some of the key words that they're saying. So it's really like that book is gonna guide you through your business. So take the time to really focus on, those core books. Like, we don't, like, Preston, he does not just give those books for a reason. Like, he's been in the game for a few decades. Like, he knows, the network marketing industry. So, I don't think he would be just saying those books just to say those books.
I love it. I love it. Mr. Lillard, go ahead. I know you got another favorite book other than the one you've been saying for the last 20 years. What's your next favorite book in a closing remark?
Oh man, I like GoPro as well. I like Compound Effect. Your first year in network marketing by Mark Renee Yarnell. That's a really good one. Stepping out, stepping in.
Five core. Name of 5 of them. There's 3 of us.
No, well, no, I'm sharing with you what my closing remarks. So I've already referred to network marketing, kind of helped me get out of my comfort zone of talking to people who I felt that maybe didn't need the business. It helped me get out of my comfort zone of talking to people that have of higher influence. You know what I mean? For instance, I'm not afraid to talk to somebody that owns a their own brick and mortar business, and they doing 250,000, 300,000, or 500,000 a year in their business, and they may look comfortable to me. I'm not scared to talk to that person. That's my closing remarks. So step outside the comfort zone, y'all.
Step outside of your comfort zone. Listen, I'm recommending y'all get all 5 of the core books and stop playing, right? Do what Danny said, get them on Audible, and you can really listen to all 5 books in a couple of weeks and then listen to them again. There was a time in my network marketing career not that long ago where I was challenging myself to see just how many books I could actually complete and get through within a month. And I was averaging right around 10, 12 books a month. This is through Audible, right? And no, I wasn't getting everything from every book, but I was always still trying to learn something from every book, right? And then now I got a plethora of books to go back to, listen to again, and learn something new from a million different books. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the people business, right? And one of these books I read talked about no matter what business you're in the people business. So 87.5% of all your knowledge and the personal development should be based upon people. You need to study people. This is the reason why some of you struggle with your businesses and building them, because you don't understand people. You don't know why people buy stuff. You don't know why they like you, why they don't like you. You don't know what their pain points are, because you aren't studying people. As Danny said, you're talking too much, right? And so this guy said 87.5% of all your knowledge should be on people. I believe that book was called Attitudes 101. I might be wrong, but that's one of my other favorite books, Attitudes 101.
That's by John Maxwell, right?
Absolutely. What every leader should know, right? Attitudes 101. You need to be studying people. I promise you, you won't get so stressed out about your business. You're studying people. You know why the crazy person did the crazy thing. You ain't tripping because they're crazy. You know why I don't trip when prospects don't call me back or do what they're doing? Not because they're crazy, because they prospects. I understand what prospects do and why they do it. Why I get stressed out about it? I understand why you upset, because you ain't got but 5 prospects. If you had 157, you wouldn't be worried about the 5 that didn't call you back. So that's my tips for you today. I hope you guys can get your prospects on this evening's call at 8:30, this evening's Zoom at 8:30 Platinum Wednesdays. Ladies and gentlemen, we do our very best to try to motivate you, encourage you, inspire you, give you some practical everyday nuggets that you can use. And Danielle was dropping nuggets left and right. I hope.
Yes, she was.
I really do. Shout out to everybody who was watching us live. Shout out to everybody who's watching us from YouTube. Everyone who's going to be watching on the replay. Mr. Lillard probably has a hashtag for you to put if you're watching the replay. But shout out to everyone. Peace, love, and hair grease. We will be right back here on First Wednesday. We got to leave. Look at that. Y'all can, my mouth is moving. Y'all can't hear me.
Yeah.
I said, tag your friends, show some love. Let Danny know how well she did dropping those nuggets. And I hope you guys actually use and apply what you heard on this evening. We'll be back on First Wednesday. Peace and love. Y'all be blessed.